So my top tips for managing the research and staying on track would be prioritize your plan. Always stay organized right from the beginning. Set achievable goals. Always track your time, like while you are doing your experiments. Know your research questions. Do literature reviews. Find where your research fits in, where the gaps are. Reading extensively the areas of your research field will give you a lot of idea how you can write your things and put them together. And sometimes the different training and workshops that will be conducted on and off campuses will be very beneficial for you. Know the people who actually have done those kind of research before so that you can get some tips from them. Yeah.
My top tips for finalising my thesis are to stay committed to your research questions. They may change or develop over time, but I think bringing back that focus of where you want your research to go and how you want that to be better in the world, making sure that you are constantly going back to those goals, constantly ticking them off, or hurrying along if you're not ticking them off. I think time management is always going to be key in self-directed research. So your supervisors aren't responsible for that. That's really on us. So making sure that that's well planned has been pretty key for me. Listen to your supervisors, listen to those around you. They're going to give you constructive criticism, which is the way you get better. So the way you get better at writing. When you don't know how to do something, Google it, look it up. There's someone that's always tried and, cipher through it to get to the good stuff, but there's definitely advice and wisdom out there. I've used the Curtin Library mainly through their online platform. It obviously has a lot of different databases on it, so I can search via database or I can search via topic. So that's been really key in the way that I've pulled journal articles, online books. Keep writing, write even on the days that you don't want to write, because you can always go back and edit. It's easier than coming up from scratch, from nothing. It's quite important, I think, to have relationships with others that are like-minded, with others that are having similar struggles to you and having similar wins. So that's been really exciting for me to be able to share with others kind of along the journey.
When I started my PhD journey, I just drew out a Gantt chart of the different months and kind of tick all of that off. It seems like a lot of work to do at the start, but once you put in, I guess, little goals that you're going to check off, it makes it a lot easier as well. It doesn't seem as confronting. I would actually just give a bit of time, before you have to submit, just to get all the documents ready. So this gives sufficient time for your supervisor to kind of look over the documents as well, and also keeps you ahead of schedule. If you're doing a literature review and you need someone to kind of guide you a little bit more at the start, the librarians at Curtin or your faculty will be able to help you with that. When I first started as well, there's the GRAPS series for students, as well as there's this shut up and write sessions, especially when you're a first year PhD student, you don't know really where to go for this information. So yeah, those were the services that I've used.